Piggy is the GOAT. And if you don't know Piggy, he's a European. Guess what? That means they're probably about 10 times better than NA. Dude, I'm just gonna tell you, he is better than NA. There's no wondering about that. But this is his Wikipedia. He does content now, but look, first place, third, fourth, first, third, fourth. This guy has a track record. He's very good at the game. I learned a lot from Piggy, and if you haven't looked at Piggy and you're a support player for Deadlock, but you watched me first, I'm gonna be honest, I actually don't know how you haven't found out who Piggy is. Also, I will be putting a link in the description if I remember to help Piggy. He's going through some IRL bullshit right now, which is just tough, I'm gonna be honest. And if you have the financials to help him, he needs to move from Germany to his home country because of some fucked up shit that happened. So shout out Piggy. But we will not let Piggy go forgotten while he figures out his IRL stuff. We are gonna make sure that people find his stuff and still follow him because I think he's really good at the game. The game that we actually chose for Piggy on Doorman, this is like the one game where he didn't go absolutely Thanos in lane. Like Piggy, or not even just Piggy, but like Doorman in general, in lane is like very, very strong. He's probably one of like the top 3 laners in the game. If I were to be honest with you guys, he is absolutely oppressive. But the problem that I'm having when I'm learning Doorman right now, the problem that I'm having is when I don't have a good early game because I'm still learning Doorman, I have a very hard time getting back into the game. Like when I'm not just like 3K ahead, 4K ahead from lane, I don't know how to get back and then get a lead again. This game, what ended up happening is I'm pretty sure he MVP'd, but he didn't have a great start in lane. I mean, if you look at this, it's Viscous Mina. It's kind of hard to do anything into a Viscous Mina when you have a 7 as well. Like it's pretty difficult, but I'm curious to see how he actually goes about this. All of the stuff that I've learned, I'm going to teach you guys and show you guys what he's doing that works, but we're also going to learn stuff together. So let's get to it. And we're paused. The paused all right.
I don't think so.
Okay, so starting out the lane, he's looking to do damage. I mean, where's the 7 actually? I'm confused. Okay, 7's on the far end. So he's just kind of poking in lane to start. He's not going like super aggressive. Just clearing the wave normally. Trying to save. The big thing that he's doing right now, actually, that I don't think a lot of people realize is when you're playing against a Viscous, Piggy is actually playing away from the creeps so that he can react to this splatter if the splatter gets sent to him. So because ideally we've already looked at this for Viscous before. Viscous wants to hit a creep and that person on the wave at the same time. Piggy being here allows him to clear the wave, or at least start clearing the wave pretty efficiently, and then also being able to dodge that splatter if it gets sent his way. And the 7 is doing the same thing here over on the left. He did also deny, by the way, which denying is really powerful right now in the meta on the first wave, because it means that the enemy team doesn't get their first item on the first wave. Another thing that Piggy is doing is he's using the stairs for ammo economy, which is something that is really important on Doorman because you only have 8 shots early in the game. Curious what he buys first here, though. Looks like he's just reading chat, probably. That's probably why he's just like not doing anything. I feel like he probably would have bought. I'm curious what he does buy here, though. Using cover really well and just pushing wave here, which I find really interesting. Like, maybe he just thinks he's not going to be able to win this lane because he's 7 or something. Because usually Piggy's actually a pretty aggressive player. What does he buy first here? Yeah, okay, high velocity, pretty normal. He would have bought it on the last wave. I'm sure he was just speaking to chat, to be honest. Is Piggy a pro or a top player? He could be a pro if he wanted to be. He was a pro in the past. He's a very solid player. I think he's one of the best support players in the world. I feel like he's one of the only ones, to be honest. I feel like most people don't really just lock support characters in ladder and like do so much. Like the big thing with Piggy is he loves just like pressuring enemies. So big thing too is like when I play with Aiden in lane, I'm like super aggressive and I just run at people. He starts door second, maybe because he's on the disadvantaged side. So he wants to try to door into this tier 1 camp. That might be why he starts that. In his build, which I play, he usually does Bell and then cart, but maybe it's situational based on the game. I'm curious how he uses it here. I'm also curious, like, I'm actually kind of surprised he's not playing super aggressive in lane. I mean, I guess it's just because the 7, like, doesn't really want to play. Okay, he puts the bell, or the door near him. Looks for the door. Where's this door at? The door is here literally just to contest. Wow. This is devious. He's doing damage to tower too, by the way. Now, while this is all happening, I want to see what the 7 is doing. I mean, this is devious, because, like, the big thing is that this is kind of like a Burger Chungus lane. I'm gonna be honest. And what I mean by that is, like, there's really not a lot going on right here, to be completely honest. Like, what are you gonna do into a Viscous Mina? Like, it is a very oppressive lane as well when you have a 7. Like, there's really not a lot you can do against this. So instead, like, we're just gonna be passive and we're just gonna keep pressuring the tower with our 2. So maybe that's why he did. Like, he doesn't think he's gonna fight this lane, so he's literally just gonna keep shooting. He's just gonna keep shooting the tower while being in range of all these souls. I would say in most lanes, though, on Doorman, like, you can be an absolute, like, demon and just, like, keep pressuring people. The other thing you can do with this bell as well is that on the first wave, if you see that one of your creeps is about to die, what you can do is you can bell someone right as your creep is about to die. The creep dies. They have the inaccuracy from the bell. They have that minus 40% weapon accuracy, and maybe that helps you get that, like, deny on the enemy. That's something that, like, you could do as well. He just didn't have any opportunity to do it. But overall here, like, the whole idea of the lane is to not really lose any health at all. That's what Piggy's doing. Upgrades this to opening. It's a fantastic item. Really, he's just trying to make sure that the 7 doesn't die, and the 7 isn't really... He's just going to keep poking tower, because, like, you're not going to win this lane. So, like, why waste all this HP? And, like, look how much damage this tower is taking. It's actually taking a pretty decent amount. I mean, the 7's fighting, which he really shouldn't be if Piggy's going to try to do this. I want to know, like, how fast he's actually going to get this. And maybe buying monster rounds is better here for this idea. I wonder if monster rounds would be better. Like, you would, in theory, you would destroy the Guardian 30% faster. In theory, because you're getting monster rounds instead of opening. But opening is also... Akuma, are you in chat? Do you know if opening, does opening work on structures? Certainly not, right? Or else it would be way too OP. It has to be only enemy players. It says enemies above 50% HP. I don't think that counts as structures. Yeah, like, look at this tower. It's already like 25%. So if you're on the other side of this doorman lane, what they have to do is they have to just, like, go on the doorman. Like, not from this door, but, like, go from, like, a side and just poke him.
Thank you.
And, like, the thing is that they are losing souls over time. But he just keeps putting this door right here and just keeps poking it. I need to start doing that. That's actually crazy. Like, imagine if you're playing against, like a Mirage and, like, I don't know, like maybe Mirage Silver or like Mirage Yamato. Like anything that's just like an absolute, or maybe even Mirage Viscous. Like, imagine that kind of lane. And then this whole time you're just pressuring the Guardian. Does he buy Monster now? Okay, see, he buys Monster. Okay, so Monster is good for this strat. He just didn't know if the enemy team was going to walk forward. Dude, guys, I'm learning. I'm learning. I would not have picked that up last week. I'm going to be honest. I'm learning. That's crazy. Look how fast this Guardian's going, though, chat. Oh, my goodness. It's already half HP at 4 minutes. And see, this is what they're going to try to do. The thing is, I don't think they can go through the door. I think they have to go through this graveyard on the side. This is kind of insane. If Doorman is so good in lane, because even if you have like kind of a bad matchup, the fact that he's going to be able to get this Guardian is insane. And then after he gets the Guardian, by the way, what he's going to do is he's probably just going to start roaming to these other lanes and just like winning all the lanes on the map. I mean, this 7 probably dies, I'm going to be honest. Yeah. Okay, cart him back. Okay, that's really solid. So cart is really good when you can cart people back into the Guardian. But this is why, like, Mina is so oppressive to play against. Once Mina gets to 2.8k, that's when she gets her her rake level 2, and that's when she becomes really oppressive in lane. So if they wanted to win this lane, they would have had to have tried before this Mina gets her level 2 in rake. But the problem is, I low-key think Viscous has like probably one of the best starting lanes in the game because his splatter does so much damage out the gate. So like honestly, this lane duo matchup that they're playing against is like really hard to play against, and it's just not worth it. That being said, like, it really doesn't matter because Piggy's going to get this Guardian and just open up the lane for the 7 anyways. Which, like, is kind of insane. Like, that is nuts. How much... Wait, hold up. How much money did he get from that? He was at 3.1. They're at 3.1, 3.0. They get the Guardian. They are at 3.5, 3.4. Guys, I mean, they're pretty much back in the game. That is crazy. No, that's actually nuts. So honestly, like, this is like peak Doorman Rat in ranked. I don't think this would work in comp. I mean, maybe it would. It's hard to say, but like, there is a lot of pressure that Piggy can now put on the map. Like, he's going to immediately leave this lane now. There's no world where he doesn't, right? Immediately just leave and start pressuring the map. Okay, buys Mystic Burst. That's next left to right in his build. This is just for damage on his bell. And he's just going to run over to blue and probably just try to pressure out this lane and get a Guardian. If I were to guess. So he's moseying on over here. Still has that door up, so he doesn't have a door for this fight. It says that he does, but he really doesn't. It's going to be on like a 15-second cooldown, I want to say, so it's going to be up soon, like 3 seconds. There it is. And, okay, immediately he's just going to start... Is this the Doorman strat for early game, chat? Like, okay, this guy tries to take me out of my door, and I'm just going to... Is this the method? Wait, is this the method, chat? Did we just unlock the method? I'm flabbergasted, actually. And then he's just gonna go back to like being annoying on the wave. Dude, this guy is an incessant prick on Doorman. And that's another Guardian. Guys, I don't think you understand. This opens up the map so much for his team. Like now, enemy doubles is so much easier to secure, while his own doubles are also so much easier to secure because we have all of this pressure from structures. So now what I'm curious is, does he go over to yellow lane and do the same thing, or does he set up a door for someone, immediately go on enemy doubles at 8 minutes, and then just take that, do a heist and leave, like they did in DNS? I think he's going to go for the doubles. I'm going to be honest. He's going to go for a kill and maybe doubles because he sees this guy's alone. I mean, he doesn't see... Okay, he sees silver on the map, so he knows that... He knows that he can actually go there aggressively. He's going to push this and go doubles, I think. And if he gets God on, I mean, that's unfortunate. He's still just going to lock this guy up if he goes. Okay, well, he tried to go aggressive for a pick there because he saw that silver left the lane, but he also, I mean, he didn't know that Viscous was over here. The thing is, it's actually not bad, guys, because when he goes for this, he's creating a numbers advantage on the map because he's 1v2ing right now. And then his team is going to be able to easily take this Guardian as well. And in this situation, while they lost every single lane mechanically, if we look at the kills, it's 6 kills versus 10. It doesn't matter because every Guardian was taken. So that is just so much tempo that the enemy team now has to deal with. Oh, I just realized I play against this guy all the time in my games with Aiden. So this is like a really good start if we have to go against this guy's Mina in lane. Because this guy's actually pretty fucking good at Mina, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, so like, sure, they have all these kills, they have all these souls, but like, the Drifter is back. The Yamato is ahead of the Lash. Like, we've set up the game. The 7 is, he's getting there. Like, we've created pressure. It doesn't actually matter that we've died. Like, this is actually crazy. This is literally game-changing, Toxic. You're correct. This is nuts, actually. So yeah, he's probably going to try to defend blue. Once he successfully defends blue, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for enemy doubles. Does he lock the Mina up? He doesn't waste lock because his team's here. I want to see how he uses the lock up here. He's really just pressuring... He's really just trying to maintain the objectives. That's all he's doing. That's a great kill. I really think he's going for doubles here. Like, I'd be surprised if he doesn't. So yeah, 8:30, going with the Drifter, has a door pre-placed and set up. Is he going to place it down early? Places it down early so he can close it after they're done. I mean, guys, because they have the Guardians, the pressure is just insane. He leaves. Drifter uses his ult, closes the door, they leave with a heist. I mean, guys, the missing piece of the puzzle is the most corny Doorman shit I think I've ever seen. It's actually nuts. Me watching Initiate 1 gameplay, dude, never disrespect the GOAT ever again. Piggy is the GOAT. He also went for kinetic dash. I think left to right, it goes Mystic Burst, then Grit. But I think the reason why he didn't go Grit is because he's not in lane fighting. So it's way better for him to have that extra stamina in tempo with the kinetic dash. Because it's going to allow him to chase people down and have ammo to chase people down now that he has objectives. He will go Guardian Ward anyways later for the extra door range when like objectives come into play. But right now, he didn't need it. You know, Piggy is like probably, I mean, he's probably one of the best support players in the world, if not the best. Now, the enemies did eventually get Guardians anyways, but what people aren't realizing here is like, sure, like they were going to get those Guardians anyways, but the thing that the enemies did not get is their own doubles. So like in time, the tempo, like it looks bad right now, you're down 5k, but it's really not as drastic as you guys think it might be. Because like the 7 is now having the space to get to be the strongest on the team. And now, like, his team can get hit their own doubles, and, like, over time, that will snowball because those are permanent buffs, guys. So he puts a door there to safely get his own doubles with his Ivy. If he needs to use it. So because he's in a safer position, he doesn't feel the need to actually use the door early so that he can close it. And then he goes for buff instead of going for doubles right away. The door, okay, that door placement is really good because it also gets you out of this area too. So I'm going to use that door placement. We can roll it back. We're at 10 minutes. So we're going to roll it back just to look at that door placement again. This is really solid if you're trying to get your own doubles and also play for bridge buff. It's up in the air above this little veil in blue, it looks like. It looks like that's where he placed it. So this gives you range for both doubles and mid-bridge buff. Very, very solid. So he's playing for this at the 9-minute 30 mark. Honestly, very, very solid. Something to think about. Like, everything that Piggy does is about objectives. That's always what his whole game plan is with support. Because you really want to be active and you want to fight a lot on support. But at the same time, you want to make sure you're actually fighting for things that matter. And he's always in a place where, like, the fight will come to him. And he always, even though he's behind, positionally wise, he always has the advantage, so it's really easy for him to do things. Playing Selfish with the buff, which is actually not that bad because he plays for a very early Doorman gun spike, which isn't as powerful as it was before. And what I would have done is I would have taken this urn and I would have just gone, because this would have just been my duo, and I would have used a door to drop the urn and give it to my duo so he had more permanent buffs. But he's probably solo queuing here right now, so he's just trying to play as selfish as he can. So right now, he's just catching waves because the Shiv died and they can't really play for tempo. Putting the door in the sky so that it can have a longer, maybe like a longer cart distance. And then just sits here aggressively, doesn't really pay any mind to the enemy team, and just uses the door to live and just push the wave. Okay, dude, I need to become... Dude, Piggy is such a fucking rat, chat. I'm gonna be honest. This dude is rat king. This dude is rat king. You know what? I need to start ratting more. No cap. I need to indulge in the rattiness. Now, to be fair, does he die here and overstay? Yeah. But he's limit testing here to see how long he's able to stay against these people. Like, that's all he's doing. If he plays slightly more conservative, he wouldn't have died there. But still, like, the door strats, to clear waves, I'm not doing enough. And the other thing you have to realize is, like, he's pulling 2 people here. It's really not that bad. The longer they try to engage on this, the more that his team gets to play on this Green Walker. Now, do I think this green fight is good? Honestly, not really. I don't think it's that great at all. I think his team shouldn't have done that. Maybe to steal their jungle instead. But they have to make something happen on the map when there's all this happening over here. I think something I would have tried to do as well is I would have tried to put a door up to help these people, but like if I'm respawning and it's already too late, like it's too late. I'm just gonna look for pressure on this. So he puts a door on top of that little spire. Puts a door on this wall just to dodge the Mina. What's crazy to me though is like he doesn't run away. Like he'll just keep fighting. He really doesn't care. Like he will overstay if he feels like it's a good idea. That right there, he could have just parried. But he dies for it. Here's the thing. It's crazy, though. Like, he's died 4 times, right? But I I don't even really mind it. Like, I feel like some of the things he's limit testing and he could have played better, but it's like he's creating so much space on the map for his team and just being so annoying. Like, that death definitely could have been prevented, and it would have been nice if he lived, but like the pressure he puts on the map is really nice and just gives his team space to actually play the game. But I mean, he did die a lot in the early game, but I'm just curious of like, when does his dying become a lead? Like, when does it start to get really solid here? So, okay, so he sees the rift spawning. He's going to go for the rift. He sees that his Yamato dies. I mean, I would just go. But I guess because they're winning the fight on green, he thinks that they don't need help on rift. So he's going to try to get both. Like, if rift is super winning, maybe he's just going to put a door down so that they can play to take this walker and just do damage. Because he has a door. He's not going to show, though. No, he's showing. He has a door down so that if the Lash ults, he can get out. And he's probably going to keep using that door to make sure that he can actually get... Yeah, he's just going to make sure he's actually get out. And they just close it. So what they get from this... Do they still get the rift fight? That's the real question. It doesn't look like they do. Just curious if they get it. It doesn't look like they will. Will they at least stall long enough?
Just wait until I get going.
She needs to use her Yama ult. Use your Yama ult. Use your Yama ult. Yama ult! What? Okay, I don't know why she didn't. That's weird. So they didn't end up getting rifts. In his defense, like, honestly, they probably should have been able to get that. Because I brought 2 over here. And they also got half damage on Walker, which, like, in time, that stuff kind of adds up. The other thing, too, is, like, what is a Doorman really gonna do in one of those fights? Like, you can lock someone up, I guess, and, like, confirm point. But I don't mind trying to push Walker there. I don't mind trying to be ultra efficient and limit testing it. So, like, obviously, too, what you have to understand when you're watching really high-level gameplay, especially in ranked, is, like, not all of the decisions they make are necessarily going to be correct, but they are limit tests, and there are things that we can learn from that, like, maybe would work in, like, work in a scenario where, like, you can really trust your teammates to win fights that they really should win.
This way.
So that right there, that door that he puts down, is so that if someone goes through that door, they're going to get stunned on a wall because he's going to get his max cart next. He doesn't have it now, but that cart, that door is really solid for like the specific things. So right here, immediately when so he got the sinners around like the 8-minute 30 mark. So 5 minutes after that would be 13:30. He's a little late to this timer because he died and he wanted to pressure this because the rift was there. But immediately once he sees the door or the doubles up, he doesn't even care if the enemy team's on it because he has lock. He's just going to walk over and try to take it. It's exactly what he's going to try to do. So, but see, what I would do is I would immediately walk in. I'm going to see what he does that might lead to better results. He locks up, puts the door down. He's going for the kill. He's not even going for the double. I would grief the double here. He puts the door down because he's telling his teammate, hey, this is a free kill. Take the double. He takes the double too. And then he just leaves like nothing happened.
I see silver.
He doesn't close the door though. He should have closed the door, I think. Or maybe does he have tier 2 door? No, he doesn't. I guess he just forgot. Or maybe it's like good for the fight for positional stuff. Again though, like everything he does is okay, what is the objective that's coming? And let me put myself where that is on the map. Like, for example, where he took enemy doubles, it's on what side of the map? It's on the green side of the map. At 15 minutes, what spawns? The urn. At 15 minutes, where does it spawn? Green. He's there. He's already there. He's ready to go. He's finding ways to be aggressive based off of objectives because he knows that's where people are going to be. So he's playing very actively. He missed the melee. I mean, that's kind of unfortunate. Whatever. That'll happen. But what matters and what we need to learn from this is, like, where are we? And, like, can we at least be in the position that will give us the result that we want if we can be there? Like, are we in the spot that we need to be in? He also always puts his doors in high places. Which I don't know why he does that, actually. Maybe because if he carts someone through, it's really hard for them to get back through the door. That's actually probably what it is. It's harder for them to get back through the door if he carts someone through it because it's in a really high place, and they're going to be going down into a lower place. That's another thing that I can start doing. This guy's dead. That's unfortunate. Damina and Hayes and everyone else are just hate criming him. He almost juked him out, too. So overall, I mean, I'm actually learning a lot. I like watching Piggy because, sure, he's 0-5-2, but like the value he's having on the game is not terrible. Like there's some mechanical things that he probably could have done better so far. But all in all, like it's not like these are things that you like he's limit testing and we're learning from. I'm actually curious why he doesn't go for this fight here. Like I feel like I would have just ran at that, but like maybe he just thinks it's so losing. Is he just gonna go to try to like take the walker? Okay, puts it up at the top of the radio station. And maybe he's just gonna be like, okay, they're all fighting over there. Might as well take a walker. Like, might as well just go for something. And then just plays aggressive and clears the wave after. Think he's unpredictable? That's not true. He's always playing for objectives. He's never not playing for objectives. And he's always pulling like 3 people to him. Like, he's being such a prick. So, like, for example, by the way, right? What this 7 should do when he sees that 3 people are on Piggy and 3 people are on Blue, like, he's creating space on the map for this 7 just to walk up and shoot the walker. The problem is that the 7 is just farm maxing and isn't going for this. He might actually go now. He actually counts everyone on the map and he's going to start pressuring this. The issue is that he's so slow on it that the silver is probably on the way over. Maybe the lashes. Oh, no, they're not. They're just AFK. They're actually just giving this up. The 7 can actually straight up just get this wave. If we press F2 right now, F1, you see like no one's here, 7's getting this for free. So like this is what I'm saying. Like Piggy's creating space on the map for his team to actually get things. And this is a super good play because if the 7 is getting a solo walker, the 7 is just slowly becoming the most fed in the lobby. Somehow the enemy team dies twice too and probably just gives them mid. So I'm actually curious. So this dude gets out. The Shiv comes over, sees this guy's overextended. Instead of resetting, Piggy just says, fuck it, I'm gonna go in and get this kill. Fells the guy so that the Haze can't shoot because he has an accuracy. Misses the cart, whatever, he tried. Puts a door down. Picks it back up. I mean, this guy's just dead. Now they just go mid.
Good work.
Well, now they can't because someone else died. I mean, maybe they can still. I mean, it's... They have Lash ult. We don't have Yamato ult. I guess they don't go mid. It's kind of bad. It's kind of hard. It's very interesting, though, because a lot of what I think was support, because I came from hero shooters, like, okay, like, if I want to help my carry, I want to be next to him, hovering him, and I want to support him. Like, I want to peel for him. But the thing is with Piggy, right, is that instead of... Like, Piggy's weak right now. Like, he's 0-5. He doesn't have a lot of souls. He doesn't have a lot of pressure on the game. So instead of pressuring or trying to peel, which you really can't, he's just creating something on the map somewhere else that causes a lot of people to look at him. And he's being annoying as fuck. And what that does is it creates number differentials that give the carry space to actually do things. Like, guys, this guy is also 0-3, but he's 17k because he got a solo walker, soaked up all of this farm because there's 3 people trying to stop Piggy from taking this walker. These are things that when I'm behind, I need to be doing. And I'm just not thinking about. Right here, he's going to buy Fortitude. I feel like I would have bought Counterspell this game, but maybe he's being so active that he doesn't think he wants the Counterspell because he's not going to team fight anyway. Because he's playing so aggressively like on these objectives, like Fortitude is kind of better so that he can be even more incessant. So I'm going to see like how the Fortitude works out for him actually. Because I don't buy this item a lot, but when I do, like it does feel pretty good. Like I'd be very active on the map. So I think playing for kills when you're ahead is really smart. Playing to force them, like waste their time and be on objectives when you're behind is like really good. And I need to be doing that way more. Unstable Rift is spawning. It's a newer objective, so I don't mind that Piggy's not on it literally right away. He was probably looking for a kidnap actually into this walker. That's probably what he's looking for after clearing this wave. Because if he can get a pick up on this team before they come in, it's really, really good. But he gets hazed. He walked pretty hard fire. Oh, wait. He's still just wasting time, though. This is actually not bad for them at all. Okay, just again, though. He has 2 people on him that are very important, by the way. Like, this Lash needs to be in this Rift fight because he is, like, the team fight god for them. And because this Lash isn't here, this 7 is going to get a free ult. And is possibly going to be able to... They're possibly going to be able to just get this Rift for free. Now, the thing is that the enemy team knows that because this team, like, Piggy's team is so far behind that they're going to get that Rift anyway. But, like, by pulling 2 people here, like, this Rift fight is for sure won. Still numbers, still probably could have played better. Like, still probably could have played a little bit safer on that, even though you have Door when you know that they have Haze. I mean, Haze is a newer character that's kind of OP right now. Like, she's gotten a lot of buffs, but, like, this is allowing the team, because there's 2 people on this blue lane with this, like, this Rift wave, like, actually is able to fight this and walk forward. It's giving the team space to do other things. The only issue is, if you play like this in Pisslow, will you win? Honestly, probably you still would, because you're playing against players that are worse, and you're going to be able to find some picks in other ways. Like, honestly, it probably still would work. You would just need to do a little bit more yourself. This is like he's creating a really easy opportunity for his E6 players to do things. And this is like, this is aggressive behavior, even when you're behind, but it's aggression that's, like, smart. It doesn't, like, look like aggression. I don't know how to explain it. So he probably would have tried to play for these buffs. He just came late. So instead of playing for the buffs, he's just going to play for the wave. Because he knows that they're not going to be on this wave because they were just sitting on the buff bridge. After he clears this wave, he can maybe look for something on this Mina on the way out, which is probably what he's looking for. Probably looking to ult her if she tries to run to him. That's why he's setting up right here. Gives her a slowing hex. She's going to dispel magic. She gets away, whatever. But she got slowed down by the bell so that it actually gave her the team time to actually contest that. I still don't think they can go mid. I mean, they do have a pickup. They probably could go mid if they have counter spells. They don't have counter spells. We just go mid anyway. I mean, it's just really difficult because they do have Billy ult and Lash ult, but they do have 7 ult. They do have a Haze or an Ivy ult as well. 7 died. Okay, we need to see how this happened. In terms of macro, I don't really mind this play. You also have Door actually, so it's really not that bad. The Door's in a good spot. I mean, this guy tried to fight. Like, what are we doing? Fair enough. I mean, the Billy ulted. Okay, ults the Haze just to get someone out of the fight. Well, I just learned something new. Okay, I want to see how this Lash ult doesn't go through, though. This is one thing I need to know. How does this Lash ult not just hit everyone? Well played, buddy. Well fucking played. Unfortunate. Unfucking fortunate. Now, I just learned something. Let's go all the way back to the door placement. This is going to be a long video for the alt channel. I'm sorry. But let's go back to the door placement. He clears this wave. I want to see the door. I want to see the door. Let's go 2x. So, for mid pit, I used to always think that you need to put the door here for mid pit if you only have expansion and Guardian Ward. The reason why Guardian Ward is an every game item, by the way, is because it gives you 8% ability range. Kind of crazy. It allows you to go for some crazy doors. I used to think you always had to put it where I'm putting my cursor over, but you can still put it on here because of where Piggy then eventually puts the door. Which I want to see mid. I want to skip to mid. Yeah, they get this pick. Where I usually put the doors, I always put it on... I always... Fucking... My bad. I always put the door on these little, like, wooden planks. I didn't realize you can put the door on the sides and just play from the side, which is honestly, like, way easier to play from IMO. It depends. It depends on, like, where you put the door, because there's some places that are easier compared to others. Like, this feels easier to hit. I don't know why. It just looks easier. And then, I mean, what he's doing is he's just carting people through the door and then hitting the melee because he knows that most of them are not in because he just carted them all out. And then hitting a parry as well. He just carried that fight. And by playing for that objective as well as he did, This is the moment where he's now back in the game. They have 2 rejuves, and they're going to win this fight. They're going to steal all of this farm, and now he's going to be rich. So yeah, immediately after this fight, Piggy is going to immediately roam to the enemy doubles. I promise you. He's going to get a door on the doubles. Or they're going to go for the walker. It's either or. He's going to play for one of those objectives after this Mina kill. Still hexes. Runs at the guy with K-Dash. Nice. See how he never ran out of ammo because of K-Dash? Kind of OP. Okay, so yeah, they're immediately going to go for the walker because they got the kill on the Mina. And then he's going to play from behind the walker. Because then the fireballs are not going to be shooting everyone at the same time. They're going to disperse evenly amongst everyone, so people take less damage to it. Not going to waste his ult. He's just going to keep playing on his door and just be annoying. Now, if it were up to me and we were using these rejuves, like, I probably would have just went to enemy doubles and just played to get a lead again. But they do still get the walker. And then this is just, I mean, the fact they still get the walker even though the enemies have resistance, this is where the game is over for the enemy team. The enemy team has a very tempo-heavy comp with this Mina and, like, a lot of Spirit Dam. But, like, if you look at Orange team, like, I mean, they also have a tempo-heavy team. They just have 7 who can scale a little bit better than their characters can into the late game. They really needed to be playing for picks and, like, keep their lead throughout the game. Blue is going to struggle from here on out. So now that Doorman's back in the game, I want to see how Piggy, with 7k souls, is going to buy here. Is he just going to left to right? Or, if he's going to do something else, he's just left to righting. Yeah, he's just left to righting. So now with this stuff, he has Tank Buster, which is really good against the Billy and the Silver, and you could argue the Viscous as well. But he also got Superior Cooldown. The reason why Superior Cooldown is really good is because it makes your doors near infinite uptime. They stay up pretty much for, like, right when they go down, you're going to have another door. And now, as you can see, the tempo of his game has completely changed. Now that he's kind of in the game, he's not just playing for objectives. Now he's pushing lanes, and he is, like, being annoying by being a brute. Instead of him, like, trying to push waves with his doors, now he's trying to push the enemy. And he's being far more present when he's being aggressive. Like, he's just throwing a bell at the haze because he doesn't care. He's like, I'll get active. I push this wave, I'll get active. Putting a door now under his walker, and, like, again, he's looking to fight more than anything right now. I feel like I would have been a pussy, and I would have been like, hey, let's go get doubles. But he's gonna play here, let the wave walk up, and then look for a lock on this Billy and try to take him.
I see the goat.
He's just gonna look for picks now and try to take the people under the walker because they're ahead.
Let's take out Billy.
Again, yeah, look, he does not care. He's going to run at people now because he has the strength to do so. Guys, this is exactly what I was missing. Because when I have the strength to walk at people, trust me, on Doorman, I just run at people and they die. In this situation, though, he brought himself back into the game. And he's going to just play with his teammates and try to set things up. He pings this Viscous that's overextended. He's going to probably look to lock the Viscous up and cart him through a door. If he's the GOAT, he can just cart through without. Yep, see, he locks. He's going to put a door down. And he's going to cart this Viscous into his walker. Viscous cubes, fair enough. Makes it a little bit more difficult to do things, but he's still going to take the 1v1. Because he knows he can win now. Like, they're on even footing. And he's got a teammate that's going to help him because the Viscous is on his side of the map. Like, now that he's actually strong enough to play the game, he will start to play the game.
Receive the blessing of the hidden king.
So we went from 053 to 2610. We have nearly 053. We have quadrupled our kill points now when we actually can, and the enemy has no walkers. It's kind of insane. And then when the next objective comes up, where is Piggy? He's on the objective. He's already pressuring the wave as aggressively as he can. And he's just putting a door down for the barrier. And also to overlook where people are coming from. He's like checking the team's blind spots. So his next buy, if we're going according to the build, is going to be rapid recharge. Either that, or he's going to wait for 6.4k and play for Spirit Burn for the overwhelming amounts of healing that the enemy team has. So right here, when there's nothing to really look for, he is just farming. I mean, maybe it's just because he's really close to the Spirit Burn and he just wants Spirit Burn. He's just going to farm for it. Typically on support, you don't want to be farming your camps, but at this stage of the game, there's so many camps up because no one else is farming, and he's so close to a big item that he just thinks, I mean, there's no real objectives to play for right now, right? Like, mid's up in a minute. No, the doubles aren't up on the enemy team. Like, we can just get fed here. We can just soak up our jungle and be ready to go.
I see the goat man.
With a 700 bag, he is still looking at this Billy. Like, I would just buy here. Yeah, okay, he's buying. He gets Spirit Burn. Yep. So he was farming because he was close to an item. He's not dead here somehow. I mean, he has door out. But he sticks around. So yeah, the thing about farming, I keep getting sidetracked. The thing about farming on support is that you need to have the value of with the item you're going to buy that's going to warrant you taking farm from your team. And at this point, Spirit Burn kind of counters like 1, 2, 3, like 4 players on the enemy team. It makes it much harder for a lot of those players to play. I think it's a very good buy here. And the reason why he's going to be still active here in an active position is because he has a door to leave, and he also has Fortitude, which is going to heal him up anyway.
I see silver.
I see the enemy.
Oh, if he hits that hyperline, he's the GOAT. Right now, he's just playing the fight. He's playing very conservative. He's not the one that runs in and starts the fight and does the damage, but he's there to follow up after. Still keeping his door here. Not looking to be aggressive with the door quite yet.
I see Lash.
Your spirit will be
Okay, gets his tier 2 upgrade, that's why. Or tier 3 upgrade on his 2. And now that everyone's in and he's aggressive, he's going to be here with his door and just be incessant. He oftentimes fakes out the enemies when he has the door up. The other thing, too, is when you're playing against Silver, always locking her up when she ults is, like, really solid. It takes pretty much her entire, like, character and just makes it completely useless. Goes for the cart. It does force out the Silver's counterspell, which is strong. And now he's just looking to clean people up. I would have thrown a bell into that veil and checked. And yeah, at this point, they have a pickup. What does the enemy team have to play for now? They have to try to stop Piggy from getting mid. Instead of going mid right away, though, what is he going to do? He's going to set up a door on his walker. He's not going to look for the most optimal door, but he's going to look for a door nonetheless. He puts the door down immediately, though, because the fight's happening, and he wants to be aggressive. He's using it to be annoying. And now now no team can go mid right now. It's just another fight.
I see Mina.
Okay, Piggy's team could go mid here. They're trying to get that Mina kill. Now they go. Now they go. They have 2 picks up. That is a for sure mid. The Billy will probably respawn in time if I were to guess. Yep, he's respawning now. But it doesn't matter. He doesn't have enough time. They have Lash ult, which is strong. Yamato trolled, though, and like immediately after the troll happens, we just leave mid. It's not worth it anymore. Or maybe he's looking for a lockup? I can't tell.
After you.
He's just putting another door down. He's putting another door down because he feels like this situation is kind of fucked. Because to be honest, guys, it kind of is. This is like the most burger chungus shit ever. Like, it seems just feeding. Oh, this is really bad. So his whole team could have gone mid, but they decided to fight stupid things instead of playing the game correctly. The moment someone comes up, he just locks him. He's going to get a pick on this Billy. Oh, he missed. That's unfortunate. Is he dead? Oh my god, why did the Billy walk through? This guy's not real. What is this game? He's going to put another door down, and he's going to have to go for mid. Yeah, this game has actually devolved into craziness. He's going to put a door down, like I promise you. Yeah, there's the door. Enemy team knows that he's going for door shenanigans, so they're going to try to stop him. He puts the door on the side instead of the barrels that I usually go. At least he went for it. He had to go for it. This is not on him at all. His team, like, unironically sold him. Like, they had 2 kills, like, 3 times, and then they just decided to keep fighting. And this happens so often in EU and NA, honestly, where, like, people just, like, fight, and they just take the dumbest fights ever and lose the game for it. But you can tell this is EU because, like, this many kills, like, one team's worth of kills is, like, the entire amount of kills in an NA lobby, I swear. I mean, I don't know what the team is doing, but what's crazy is they still win this game, so I want to see how Piggy brings this game back from the depths of hell. I'm gonna be honest, because right now we've already learned so much. Like, he's always there for objectives. The way he starts the game, even if he's behind, he's playing for enemy objectives to open up the map, to give them the opportunity to create number advantages and bring someone back into the game. Like, just remember, the Doorman and the 7 started this game behind of this lane, and they are now ahead. Like, they are back in the game. The game is not over. They are salvaging this from nothingness. So now we see that there's a big fight going on under Blue Walker, which, by the way, is the dumbest shit, I swear to God, I have ever seen people do. When you have 3 rejuves and you have time, why are we not just taking enemy farm? Like, enemy teams should just be taking farm, playing Rift, and then getting the Walker at the very end, in my opinion. That is exactly what they should do. They should not be team fighting under a Walker where the enemy team has resistance. I think it's dumb. That being said, they do have 2 picks, so that's the only reason why it's okay. Haha, I baited you. Just wanted to make you guys think. I love that combo, by the way. This combo is absolutely insane. Once you get to a point where you are ahead on Doorman, not ahead, but like you're reasonably strong, you're able to be a lot more aggressive. So what you can end up doing is if you see someone that doesn't see you, you bell into a cart, into a heavy melee because they're going to be stunned long enough, and then they're just fucking dead. And he's going to, oh my god, he's going to kidnap him. Oh, that is just wrong. And then he's just going to set up a bunch of bells as well. He doesn't even cart. I'm actually confused as to why he didn't. Maybe because he thought, like, he could maybe get someone else later. Having a door here, too, for this fight is really strong because it's actually allowing his entire team to heal mid-fight for, like, tons. Which is another reason why low-key this fight is so terrible for the enemy team. Like, we cannot fight. We cannot fight under walkers when we have rejuves, when it's the final walker in the game. Enemy team just sold harder than Piggy's team. We have to stop doing this. It's bad. Take enemy doubles. Get 20k lead. Win game for free. That actually is crazy. This is an E6 game, and I've seen, like, what is this macro? Straight up. Like, straight up, what is this macro from the enemy team and Piggy's team? I'd be crashing out. But Piggy brings this game back. I can't lie. And then Piggy's just going to say, okay, we won the fight. We're just going to go to the Rift. That is actually crazy. I cannot believe it. Enemy team just says, fuck it. We're your rejuves. We gotta pick. Run it down, Blue Walker, baby. They probably played the fight horribly wrong. Like, the Slash still has ult. But still. That shit is crazy. That shit is unbelievable. That last Walker is such a bait. It's such a bait. If you're ahead, like, by a ton, I think you can take that fight. But, like, we are just running under resistance for nothing. But Piggy having that cart into heavy melee is just so good. He carded for the heavy melee, so it's probably on cooldown. Okay, that's probably what it was. You're right. He probably couldn't have pressed the 3 because he had. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's probably what it was. It's probably just no. I mean, maybe. I mean, he did just cart melee and kill, but like he did lock the guy up. He might have had it like almost online. He probably would have done it though if he had it. This is smart. Oh my god, bro! Why am I not doing this? So he's on the enemy side secret shop, because this wave is like super pushed in. So he's thinking maybe someone comes over here to buy, because it looks kind of safe. But then he's here with his ult, ready to lock someone up and then bring him into the walker. Oh gosh, you're such a filthy rat with Vortex Web 2. You're such a filthy rat, Piggy. You're such a filthy rat. You stink of cheese. You stink of ratatouille cheese or whatever. But that's a great idea, and I'm gonna start doing that. Dude, live by the rat, die by the rat. I don't care. And he's just sitting in Veils. Dude, he is a rat god. So now what is he gonna do? He's just gonna hide here. Chat, what now? This is the question. Why do you think he's gonna stand here? Why do you think he's gonna stand here? Aiden BY always tells you be aggressive and be in the enemies and look to fight all the time. Why do you think he's here? Does anyone below? Bam! Because the buff's spawning in 15 seconds, and where are the enemies gonna try to come over? They're gonna sniff that buff, but this guy, he's sniffing for that cheese. And then he hears the lash. He hears the lash farming.
I'll get you settled.
Lock this dude up. Put a door down behind him. Let's look for a cart. Ivy's already there, ready to slam. Carts him in. Goes to the door. And unfortunately, somehow... you know what happened? This guy fucking vortex webbed. This guy just griefed Piggy. This was about to be a crazy pick. Watch what happens. This guy gets vortex webbed out of the cart. And then he doesn't get the stun, so he doesn't kill. All this guy has to do is press 3. Ah! Why would you vortex web that? Fuck! Why would you vortex web that? Fucking come on! Dude! Just don't vortex web that shit. Ivy, what are we doing? To be honest, like, that is the combo. Yeah, dude, like, that is the combo, but, like, we just don't need to do that there. Vortex Web mind control. No, this guy is cooked, by the way. This guy is just cooked if he gets stunned. Or am I overreacting?
Stay here.
Am I overreacting? Let's see. No, he got vortex. Dude, what the fuck actually happened? Wait, he debuff removed. Did he? Dude, what the fuck actually happened though? Wait.
I hope you enjoy your stay here.
Did he dispel the cart in time? Because it looked like he went through and then got vortex webbed back.
There's the biker.
No, he got hit by the cart. I'm gonna be honest. I think it was Ivy's vortex web through the door. I'm pretty sure it was Ivy's vortex web through the door because he dispelled the doorman's vortex web, and then he still got cart. I don't know what happened, but what if we just didn't use vortex web on the other side of the door and took the guy out of luggage cart? You know, maybe we just don't need a vortex web that, you know. That's just something that people need to know. Because, like, literally all this guy needed to do was throw down Thorn Bomb. Guy gets stunned into the wall. Ivy Slam. Alk Fire, and that's all he needs to do. He doesn't even need to waste it. Low key. He doesn't even need to waste it. And this guy just gets out. Like, oh my god. I would be surprised if Piggy wasn't saying Blietz, like he wasn't just cursing this dude out in Russian. I've seen him before. He starts cursing people out in Russian if things go bad. It's kind of funny. Okay, but like they didn't get the pick there. That's tragic. They do secure a buff though. Like they secure both buffs. It's not terrible, but like, oh god, that's so annoying. I think he got quantum entangled. There's no dynamo, but I see what you're trying to say. You're trying to make a joke. GG. I'm not funny. He has ult again. Kappa. There's no way he has ult again. Okay, but he's just ratting. He's just at the edge of his door looking for picks. That's all he's doing. This also isn't his items right now. He has Vortex Web here. Yeah, there it is. He sees the haze is going for him, and he just leaves. He just wants to be safe.
This should help.
He still tries to chase her, take the one. It doesn't end up happening. And like at the later stages of the game, he's just looking. He's just looking for where would the enemies be, and like how can I be annoying as fuck. Oh, he's dead.
Leave this place.
That's illegal. Why does the haze not just fucking ult the guy? Hello? Yeah, if he got to the door on that cart, that would have been crazy. I agree. I mean, it would have been a long shot to hit that.
Fast.
Piggy doesn't die, bro. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. He should have died there. He got slow hex slept, and the haze just didn't kill him. Like I don't know. It happens. He should have died there though. Now he buys counterspell. What did he sell? He sold monster rounds because he doesn't really need any more. Counterspell for the lash ult in the Billy ult. I think it's a really good buy because of just how many ults they have. He doesn't really need monster anymore. Overall, though,
Let me show y'all.
there are some things on Doorman I definitely could be doing that I'm not, and like picks that I could go for that I'm definitely not. He's just playing off his walker now. It's straight just Joe Chuck gaming. But notice how he wasn't looking for kidnaps the whole game. It's only now that he has this like ability to really play for it. He's not going to door out even though he used his utility. He's still just going to stay in because he's just pushing wave and his team is here with him. He's just being a rat. Like, I need to embrace the way of the rat.
I'll deal with the hooligan.
So he's legit just being a
I'll
rat.
take you to
And then he just locks the silver up, and guess what? Put the door down.
guide.
Sees if anyone else comes along. Comes backwards. Counterspells the rake. Okay, they got cubed. Fair enough. But they used all this utility before the fight even started. Dude, this guy is such a rat. I love it. I love it. I mean, nothing's like working out, but like when you're putting this much pressure on the enemy team, you're slowing them down crazy style, by the way. Like it's even if you're not doing anything, you're not necessarily getting any kills. This is like a concept in Siege called like phantom pressure, where like you are pressuring the enemy team just by existing, even if you're not doing anything. Like for example, in Siege, like you could shoot down a barricade, like you could shoot down a window, and then fuck off for the rest of the round. But for the rest of that round, you as the enemy team have to respect the idea that someone could be there at all times. Like it's called phantom pressure. Like no one's there, but you don't know that, so that it's like Schrodinger's pressure. Like there is pressure and not pressure at the same time. And that's what like this doorman shit is. Like when you've already put this into the enemy's head, even if you're not getting any kills, just the idea that you could be anywhere at any time just absolutely scares people. Because eventually this shit happens, and this guy's gonna fucking die. Surely. Like surely this guy gets caught and just dies. Yeah. And now they get mid boss. And like eventually something's gonna stick and you win the game. You just have to keep looking. I want to know though, were there people waiting on the door? I mean, they were around. They weren't like literally on top of it. He probably calmed it. And then that's when people flew back. Yeah, that's when people saw the door and then just came back. Okay.
I see Mina.
Never mind.
Great. Great job. A gift from the Baroness.
I see the enemy.
I mean, now they get mid boss and win the game. Straight up. Piggy doesn't have a door for this anymore. He's just now. This is something Piggy does that I need more people, more Doormans to do. Is he just is gonna put like 5 million bells on this mid boss, and then if anyone comes to this crystal, he's just gonna shoot them, and they're all gonna explode. You can only do this with max bell though. See how he has 2 bells there, and then yeah, no one's there. He just gets it, and at this point, they just win the game. This is nuts.
Allow me to be of
All right, he puts a door up in the sky. I need to do that more. Okay, she dispels. Fair enough. Oh, he barely gets out. Oh, and the Phantom Strike sends him down. But if someone... This is why you put the door in the sky. If someone tries to come through and chase you, they fall to the ground, and then they're fucked. They can't just go back through your door. And that's something that I need to do more of. Eternus is a different game? Yeah, no, 100%. Especially in EU. Europe, Eternus is a completely different game. It's like 10 years ahead of NA, like straight up. It just is. And like now he gets the rapid recharge and the greater expansion because there's really nothing else to buy at this point. He just needs more damage, more things to help himself be more consistent, which is why he's buying this. And see how, you see how Piggy's team isn't just like, all right, we got rejuves. Let's just run it into the enemy base. You know what they do? Let's play objectives. Let's get a 20k lead up on the enemies, and then if they try to fight objectives on us, we will kill them and win the game. They slow the game down just a little bit, and they're gonna win with rejuves still. They don't just run it down. They looked for a pick on Viscous on a side lane, but they didn't full commit and die for it. You can look when you have a pickup on the enemies, but you're not going to fucking die for 0. It's the dumbest shit I see so many people do. It actually pisses me off. There's literally no need to do it. Evil EU comms? Guys, I mean, I'm just telling you, I played EU so much in the past month. You will learn more and become a better player if you just play on EU. Because the other thing too, by the way, is NA is toxic as fuck. EU is not really. Like, EU, they'll bitch you out if you make a bad play, but at least it's somewhat constructive, and at least you learn something, right? Right here, he went for something. Fair enough, it doesn't happen. He actually counterspelled the beginning of the bats so that he wasn't silenced by the bats, which is kind of insane, by the way. He did get focus lensed anyways. And then he just leaves. And just sits here.
A gift from the Baroness.
Something that I need to do more, though, like when Piggy leaves the door, he sits there at the door. Because he knows someone might chase him, and he can immediately dash through, press 3, and then find a pick. I leave the door, and I don't commit immediately. Like, I just fucking leave. I need to do that less. I need to make sure I'm still there and pressuring.
Allow me to deal with them.
I'm happy we watched Piggy Doorman, though, because this guy actually plays Doorman, where like all the other players that are like playing Doorman are just LARPers. They don't actually play the character. When you played EU, you just heard slurs and you ran it down. I'm gonna be honest, dude. In like E5, E6, I get flamed sometimes in EU. I've not gotten slurred at ever. I mean, I'm not saying that your experience isn't real. It's just like I get slurred more in NA than I do in EU, straight up. I think it's just like people on EU just care about the game more. That combo is disgusting. That dude just carted him into the Ivy slam. I need to do that on Ivy more. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. This Silver's movement is actually kind of nice. It's kind of nice. But this is just GG's. Like, see what we did here? See how beautiful it was, guys? Instead of just running it down with our rejuves when we were even, we got a 20k lead, and now that 20k lead after one good team fight turns into like a crazy lead. It's like, what is that? 10, 30k lead. Wow! Look at that! I'm telling you, EU is better than NA. In terms of just general player base and like how good players are, EU is 100% just years ahead of NA. And at this point, like, he has a door out for his team. So it actually allows them to be aggressive here. That's another thing that Doorman can do. Puts the door out, gives gives his team shields. I like where he put it up here. It's actually really nice. It's on a high ground, so it's really hard for the enemy team to access immediately. Gives his team a whole moment to reset, actually. And then what's going to end up happening is they're going to get a kill on this next team fight, and they're going to win the game. Now, how does he actually go through with this is the real question. He gets Divine Barrier. I think is really good because of Focus Lens. He wants to make sure he can cleanse that off of somebody, which is really good. Also, Decay. I probably would have just bought Boundless and looked for damage, but he doesn't really need to do damage in this game. That's just like a ranked thing. I mean, this is higher level, so he can trust that the 7's just going to play the game. And immediately what he's going to do, he's going to play the Veil. He's going to be annoying as fuck, and he's going to look to just cart someone in with the Vortex Web. That's straight up exactly what he's going to do. He ain't even going to miss a beat. He's just like, all right, this is what I'm going to look for, and he's just going to rat. Rat and wait for a pick. Sees that this Billy's fucked. Never mind, the Mina wanted to die. Yep, he cleanses the Focus Lens off of himself. And he's still just going to sit here. And no one wants to play against this guy because they just know they're going to get fucked up. Okay, he tried, but he missed. Whatever. He's still just going to be incessant as fuck and just... Look, like, at the end of the day, even if he didn't find anything, he got Focus Lens out, he got Lash Slam out, he got Rake out, he got Sleep out, he got Splatter out, and he's not dead. And he's not dead. And now this team fight is free for his team. Now I'm going to do this, and I'm going to die 20 times. But at least I know I'm doing the right thing. And I just suck at the game. Okay, just put this in his spawn. Like, dude, that's just dirty. Cleanses himself with DB. Keeps dooring people or belling people through doors. He's not really scared of dying because the fight looks super winning, so he's just going to keep taking it. And then at this point, yeah, it's just GG. Right now, he's just patting the stat locker. I respect it. And that's GG. I mean, this is Doorman though. This is like the 6, 7, 18 Doorman that isn't just throwing bells at people, but actually utilizing the character to the strengths of him really, really well. E6 game. And he ended the game with 57,000 damage, which is pretty impressive for the rough start that he had. Like, if we look at lane, we look at the souls, like, in terms of souls, he started behind, which is not really what you want to do on Doorman. But the thing is that he took the tower at 6 minutes. Guys, that's crazy. That is the type of thing that I need to be doing more of. So, I appreciate you guys for watching. This will be up on YouTube. Let me know in the comments which one you guys want me to look at next. I've been just doing characters that I want to learn more myself. I've already done Ivy. We've already done Viscous. We've done Doorman now. Which character should we do next? Should we do Vindicta? Vindicta's kind of strong right now. I'm down to look at a good Vin player. Maybe Fagoreko. But yeah, I appreciate you guys all for watching. Let me know who you guys want to watch next. But until next time, I've got to peace out and Paz out. I'll see you in the next one.